Well, there's really only one thing that comes to mind for that. Whoa, that's enough of that. Don't want to get copyright struck. Yeah, there's no way I can use any of the music I actually want to put on this. I mean, at the very least, I wish I could have used the original theme from 54 and Persecution of the Masses from Shin Godzilla, but that's not happening. So stock music it is. But I also couldn't just do one version of the King of the Monsters either. I decided to make some sort of composite Godzilla, because why not? I got a little bit of Heisei Godzilla in here, some Godzilla, Mothra, Gingador, Giant Monsters All Out Attack. There's a fair bit of Shin Godzilla in here, a little bit of Monsterverse, a little bit of Godzilla Earth, added in a little sprinkling of Singular Point, and even a tad bit of -1, which I still haven't actually seen. I was initially thinking about having a little bit of Invasion of Godzilla in here, but I decided to stick with official versions rather than fan works. Not that I even remotely have anything against fan works, there's a lot of them that I very much enjoy. I also thought about putting a little bit of Space Godzilla in here, but I decided against that too. And yes, I know Space Godzilla isn't Godzilla. It's, I think, Biollante cells that re-evolved inside of a black hole, if I'm remembering correctly. But it's a cool design, and I thought about doing some elements of it, but I ultimately decided against it. I kept intending to put Godzilla Earth's beard on this, but I ended up deciding against it because it didn't seem to look right in my head. You'll see here in a little while where I was going to originally have him have active Godzilla Earth's, was it variable permeability field, force field thing he had, but I ultimately didn't like how that looked, so I scrapped it. But in lore for this thing, he does have it, because I wanted him to be a composite of all of the Godzillas I was shoving into him. Meaning, not only does he have Earth's force field, but he also has Earth's immensely powerful atomic breath and his super oscillatory wave, aka the dubstep beam. It can blast its beams out of its dorsal spikes and its tail like Shin Godzilla, and it also has Shin's adaptability. I think -1 has the fastest, or at least some of the fastest healing we've seen in Godzilla media, so let's say he has -1's healing rate. He probably gets some soul-based ability from GMK, though I'm not exactly sure what that would be. He gets Legendary's magic healing radiation environmental restoration ability, which honestly, if you couple that with Earth's terraforming of, well, Earth, and Shin Godzilla's adaptability, you might just have an Invasion of Godzilla scenario, or a Godzilla Black Mass scenario anyway, even without their inclusion. I think Heisei also has mutagenic G-cells, though I don't know, I'm not sure. That might have been Showa era. It's been a long time since I've seen the old rubber suit Godzillas. But I do think Heisei is probably the smartest of the Godzillas in this mix, so let's give him his intelligence. Or at least I would say that, but I also put in Singular Point in this, and I don't know how actually intelligent Singular Point Godzilla's higher dimensional true form is. So, But because Singular Point is in here, he does have access to some degree of higher dimensional shenanigans, as well as the archetype, aka the red dust, the higher dimensional particle that can do theoretically anything, and also time travel, kinda, sorta, but not really, but it's predetermined, but not. I don't know, Singular Point was really confusing. Good, but really confusing. Hang on, isn't Monsterverse Godzilla psychic? Because I think in the spin-off novels, he's psychic and can at the very least sense the other kaiju, or maybe it's not psychic so much as like it's a sonar thing. I don't know. I think I'm getting too far into the weeds here. If you want, you can try and calculate what everything this Godzilla would be able to do in the comments, because I'm not gonna try and do that any more than I already did. But before I leave you to the rest of me making this, I have one more thing I do need to say. There's currently an art competition going on if you want to take part in it. You see, I know that at least several of you are all artists in your own right, and so I have set forth the challenge to you all to do either a lightsaber or similar enough legally distinct laser sword. Then, post that artwork into the Discord channel for the contest, and I will compile them into a video, share my thoughts on them, and let the comments vote on which one they think is best. I will, of course, credit everyone who submits something. I want to see what you all can do with the prompt, and if this goes well, I might continue to do more in this vein with different prompts. But this does hinge entirely on all of you. If you don't submit anything, then said video won't get made. I leave it in your hands.